Oh, definitely. It's been an adjustment from down south. 12 guys being on the field, being able to, waggle motion before the play. It's an adjustment, but I'm definitely enjoying it. I feel like I have a skill set that's tailor made for the game. Definitely been enjoying being around the guys, the coaching staff, the facility. It's been a great experience so far.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you?
I would have to say, as far as reading the defense, adding that 12th man, understanding the coverages, and the waggle motions as well. It's been an adjustment.
Lots of veteran receivers here. Have you latched yourself on to anybody? Just learn as much as you can from them.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You latched yourself on to anybody in particular that's kind of taken under their wing?
Really, all of the guys. I'm really taking bits and pieces from all of the guys. Ack has been a really good mentor for me, teaching me some of the side waggles, and as far as the vertical waggles, Justin Hardy has done a really good job of helping me out, adjusting in that aspect.
You've had the away experience. I mean, how excited are you just to play a game in front of this home crowd?
Oh, it should be fun. I really liked being out in Hamilton. That was also an experience. Obviously having my first CFL game, being away game, and then to see this stadium, actually practicing in this stadium, knowing how it can get. I'm excited. I can't wait.
How excited are you? Because it's also going to be a more clear look at the number ones. I mean, more guys will be dressed. How excited are you just to get everybody out there and kind of see what you guys got?
I'm really excited. Obviously, we didn't travel everybody last week, but I'm really excited to get everybody on board. See how it goes on game day. Bring some energy to the guys and see who's also bringing the energy and feeding off those guys and having those guys feed off me.
You got any goals going to this? Just like do whatever you can when you get the moment.
Yeah, just what you said. Just doing whatever I can when the moment presents itself, and obviously helping this team reach its full potential. Obviously I still haven't made this team, so my first goal is to continue to go out every day, do my best to give myself the best opportunity to make this team, and also help those guys whether I make the team or not. I want to continue to help those guys reach their full potential as well, so that when it's time for them to get into the season, I know I did my job of giving them the best look that they could get.
When you're out there and you're going through camp right now, you do make you got to make every opportunity you can of each rep out there, and there's a guy waiting right behind you. What does that kind of say to yourself mentally too, where you're like, I got to do everything I can because I know someone's fighting for the spot too?
Just that, I journal often. And I write about that all the time. Obviously, like that's with anybody in any position, whether you're a doctor, you're a dentist, engineer, whatever it is. There's somebody out there chasing that same goal, that same dream. And when you got people right behind you, you gotta push yourself a little bit. But I'm a man of faith. I know regardless of however the situation plays out, my faith and my hope and my trust is in the Lord. And I trust that however it plays out, it's the Lord's will.
Yeah, and you talked about kind of adjusting to the league. How familiar were you with the CFL kind of before you came here? And were there any guys that you reached out to maybe before you came up here, or you might have talked to that might have been familiar with the league before you came up?
Yeah. Back home, I have we call them OGs. Back from the crib. Eddie Brown, he played up here, coached up here with the Toronto Argonauts, and he gave me a lot of pointers and tips and little bits on what to expect, given my position being a receiver, what to expect, because he coached DBs, giving little tips on what to expect, how they would play, getting me familiar with the positions, which are halves, like the boundary corners, boundary halves, field corners, and just really understanding how that would be different from being down south. Other than that, I reached out to Dustin Crum. I played Dustin in college. We some MAC boys, so reached out to him. Just let him know, I was joining the team, be out there, and we gonna get after it.
And like you said, you have a certain skill set. This CFL is a very offensive-driven league. How excited were you to kind of get up here and start learning some of these positions and learning the offense to kind of be able to show what talent you have, because it's such an offensive-driven league? Exactly.
Just that, I'm also not only I'm an offensive player, but I'm also an offensive-minded player. Offensive-minded when it comes to the game of football. and understanding how it's, we only get 2 downs, so we got to make the most of our opportunities while we're on offense. But also, I was interested in the playbook. Obviously, I didn't know how, it would. I mean, because every system is different. Play calls are different. So actually getting up here and hearing some of the play calls and understanding some of the concepts with that extra receiver out there, it changes it up a little bit. But it was very interesting to me, and I loved it. I love it. It's very cool to understand, to see and understand how those different keys to the game and aspects to the game with that extra player can add so much excitement to the game in itself.
Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.